Okay, so you retired in 10 years. Now what? Hello, one and all. Welcome to Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera. I am your host, Ernie Rivera, and today we are going to talk again one more time about the FIRE movement. F.I.R.E. What does that stand for? Financial Independence, Retire Early. And why are we talking about FIRE movement so soon after my last FIRE movement video? I'll tell you why. Because I got a comment on the last video, and I'm going to read the comment for you if I can. The comment goes a little something like this. Are most people trying to achieve FIRE for financial independence or because they hate their jobs? Some of these FIRE people retire in their 40s. Great, but then what? I want a series, Life After FIRE. So that is what we are talking about here today. We are talking about life after FIRE. What does that mean? So let's get into it. Life after FIRE. Okay, so again, the financial independence movement, known as FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early, it is a movement said to earn as much money as quickly as possible, to do side jobs, to do extra hours, to do this and that, to live frugally, so you can amass as much money as you can as quickly as possible, so that if you have, so that all of a sudden you have a pile of money that you can invest, and you can live off of the investment for the rest of your life. And here's the simple math, the super simple math for you. It takes about 4% of your that is to say, once you have everything invested, you can live off about 4% a year without ever tapping into the principal. You can live off of 4% of everything coming in. So that means if you have $1 million invested, that'll give you something like $40,000 per year to retire on without eating away at the principal. If you want to live off of more, you're going to need a little bit more. If you want to live off of $80,000 a year, you're going to need $2 million saved up and investing right now. And I'll tell you what to invest in right now. And I don't mean I'll tell you what to invest in, but I'll tell you the different types of things you can invest in that'll give you a good average 10% a year. So again, real quick, let's say you want to live off $100,000. I think $100,000 is pretty nice a year. So if we want to live off $100,000, we're going to have to have saved up already and invested $2,500,000. So that is something that we're shooting for. That's something I'm shooting for right now. I'm shooting to knock it out of the ballpark so that I can live off the investments. And why do I want to live off the investments? I'll tell you that right after I tell you this. What are you going to be investing in? So it's important to invest in separate asset classes, including real estate, including stocks, including crypto, bonds. Invest in yourself, invest in your own business, invest in a number of different things. Try to keep your each asset class having only about 20% of your money at any given time. So if one takes a serious tank, if one just tanks, you still have 80%. That's pretty good. That's a B. It's not bad. You still have a good amount. And hopefully it won't tank in such a dramatic fashion. But that is what we're doing. So again, stocks, and you can invest in individual stocks, although if you're going to invest in individual stocks, be well diversified. Invest in little things here or there, a little bit in energy, a little bit in technology, a little bit in medical, a little bit in this, a little bit in that. And forgive me real quick, guys, because I have a heck of a cold I'm getting over, but I'm here, I'm doing this, so let's go. We're doing this together. Let's go. Let's do this. And so again, you can invest in individual stocks, but I think it's more important to invest in a lot of index funds. And what is an index fund? An index fund is a fund that mirrors the action of the entire stock market. So a very popular one, very famous one is the S&P 500, with 500 of the highest grossing companies the highest evaluated companies in the market, 500 of them. So you get a little piece of each of the top 500 companies. So if you have, let's say $100 to invest in. You know, a few cents are going to go here, a few cents are going to go there, a few cents here, a few cents there, until you're pretty spread out, and your portfolio is going to be mirroring the action, the ups and the downs of the stock market. Now, can it go down? Yes, it can go down, but overall, we've noticed over decades that a pattern has emerged. That over any 10-year span, the average return is about 10% per year. So if you keep it in there for about 10 years, you know, you're earning about 10% roughly each year, pretty much on average. You know, you're gonna have some bad times, some good times, and that's why we don't spend all the money we're investing. We live off of a meager 4% to account for the ups and downs of the market, to account for taxes, and to account for inflation. That being said, before I get to the next part, if you could click like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, it would mean the world to me, guys, because it's helping me build my channel. Super important to me. So if you could click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, it would be just fantastic. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this. So you have your $2 million, let's say, saved up, and you've saved it up through side jobs, through living frugally, through keeping track of every penny, very important. Through education, you've educated yourself on how to manage your money, which is one of the most important things you can learn, which they don't teach you nearly enough about in schools. But you've learned these things, so you know how to manage your money pretty well. So you're living frugally, you're saving up great sums of money, either at one job or two jobs or whatever, however many jobs you want to do, however many side hustles, however many businesses you got going, however many multiple streams of income you have going. So you've saved up $1 million or two. Easier said than done, but the fact is that $1 million isn't exactly a lot of money anymore. And I say that because I live in the state of California, where the real estate has been going down. Just as of recently, real estate is going down, and we're still averaging something like $500,000 a house, with a lot of middle class homes even still being $1 million. So I mean, it's achievable. You just need to know that you can do it, and you know what? So many young people have done it so quickly that we know it's possible. The information's out there on YouTube. We know it's possible, and if it's possible for one person to do it, it's possible for the rest of us to do it. We can do it. We can do it. We have to be a little disciplined. We can do it. If you want, real quick, I would read The Richest Man in Babylon. I would read Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover, and I would read The Millionaire Next Door. If you read those 3 books, and let's throw in Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you read those 4 books, you're set. You got this. You're ready to go. You're ready to save your money. You're ready to invest, and you're ready to retire. So you've saved up your money. You have it invested in real estate and index funds and a number of stocks, bonds, crypto, in your own businesses. What is next? That's the brilliant part. You can do absolutely whatever you want. Now here's the thing. This is a classic nihilist argument, and I did reply something along to those effects in the comments. And that's not a bad thing. It's just a certain way to look at it. Now the thing is, when you can do whatever you want, it almost means that there's no inherent purpose to anything and no inherent meaning to anything, and that can be depressing. But the fact is, if you can do whatever you want, you have the ability to create your own meaning based on your own value systems and your own judgments, and that can be very empowering, and that can be just a great thing to know that you are creating your own meaning in this world according to your own values. That is so important. So once you've retired and you're living off of your $40,000, $80,000, $100,000, whatever you got a year coming in a year, then you can do pretty much whatever you want to do. If you want to retire on a beach, retire on a beach. I don't think that's most people. What I do think is that you might try the vacation lifestyle for a while. You might travel a while. That's fantastic. You know, broaden your horizons. I think that's a very temporary thing. I think it's only a matter of time before we want to get back to work. But what work do we want to get back to? Do we want to get back to the jobs we were previously working? No, we don't have to. That's the point. We don't have to. We can get back to whatever work feeds our souls. To whatever work feeds our souls, you know? You into rocketry? Go study rocketry. You into medicine? Go study medicine. You want to be a DJ? Go be a DJ. You can do whatever you want. If it means something to you in your heart, then that is what you do. And real quick, there's another little misconception. When we talk about the FIRE movement, a lot of people assume that it is people who are like 20 years old trying to retire in 10, 15, 20 years, right? So that is one aspect of it. But there's a lot of people I'm talking to, and real quick, if you're 20 years old, if you're 15 years old, if you're whatever, if you're younger, on the younger side, I'm talking to you. But if you're on the not quite as young side anymore, I'm also talking to you. If you're in your 50s, 60s, you know, and you don't have any money saving for retirement, which is terribly unfortunate, you know, and you're starting to think, what'll happen to me? I'm here to let you know that it is possible for you to retire in 10 or 15 years, to save up that money, to retire with dignity. I'm telling you, if you're 60 years old and you're terrified about how you might retire, I'm telling you it is possible to work a job, or maybe even two, you know, or a job and your side business, and to save up your money, to live frugally, save up enough to start investing, to keep investing, so that you can retire with dignity. That is who I'm talking to, especially. I'm talking to the younger folks. I'm also talking to the folks who are older than me, who are worried about retirement. You know, it is possible. It is possible to do it in a short amount of time, and that means that there is a hope for all of us in this world. You know, if you're still able to fog up a mirror, then you got hope left. That is what I am here to tell you. Now, friends and family, do you hear what I am saying? Do you hear what I am saying right now? I am saying it is possible. It is possible for you to retire, whether you're younger or older. You can retire in a relatively short amount of time, and then you can do whatever you need to do with your life, whatever is in your heart. That is what I am telling you. Now, I'm going to go over some points real quick to help you out, to help you retire as quickly as possible. But real quick, one last time, I will ask if you could press like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get all these great videos as soon as they come out, because it's helping me defeat that evil YouTube algorithm. Wow. And you know, it just means the world to me, guys. So thank you so much. Now let's really let's finish strong here. I'm gonna give you a couple of quick points again. So books that you need to read if you're interested in retiring early. You need to read The Richest Man in Babylon, #1. You need to read Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, #2. You need to read The Millionaire Next Door, #3. And you need to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, #4. Read those 4 books. Separate from that, you know, I want you to know that it's important to work a job, or even 2, or or a job in your side job. You know, they say that your 9 to 5 pays the bills. Your 9 to 5 pays the bills, and your 6 to 10 builds your empire. Your 9 to 5 pays the bills. Your 6 to 10 builds your empire. And we're all building our empires here today. That is what I'm saying. That is what we are talking about here today. So I gave you the 4 books to read. Lots of YouTubers out here. Check out their videos. They have great videos on investing in individual stocks, investing in index funds, investing in real estate. All should be very important to you. Dave Ramsey from the Total Money Makeover, the book I told you about, he'll tell you in what order to go. He tells you in very basic baby steps. I believe there are 10 baby steps, each one to hit in order to make those million as quickly as possible. That is what we're doing here today. So you have the books, you have the information on the different asset classes to invest on. You know to work your job and to work your own side business when you can. And you know what? You got to know how to save. You got to learn how to save. Lots of great videos on YouTube telling you all this information. So if there are any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to check them out. I try to read as many comments as possible. I respond to all of them when I can. So it has been fantastic, guys, friends, family, being here with you today, going over how to retire early, why to retire early. And so thank you very much for being here with me today. It has meant the world. And take care. Peace.